Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy here, and I'm coming at you today with a new pen. That's right, another TWSBI. I'm so excited. This one is the bronze Serpentine, and I got it with a medium nib, and I was watching a TikTok, so I do not remember what, well, it wasn't TikTok, it was on like Instagram Reels or whatever, because I just really don't watch TikTok. But I was watching and I found out that apparently if you take this off, if it will come off, oh my gosh, this one doesn't want to. And also, I don't know, maybe it's that way. Okay, so this one's not coming off, but they usually just like come off so easy, and then you can put it here, which I had no idea. You can put it here and then put this thing over it so it kind of protects it. But that's not working with this one. And I usually repurpose these or give them away or throw them in a bin and let them pile up because I keep my TWSBIs. So let's see, did I get that open? I'm excited about this one. It looks like the greens that I have been enjoying lately. Ooh, I'm so excited. And it's like the same material. I don't remember these. I never look at the stuff inside TWSBIs. I have so many of those wrenches as I toss it, but I do always save this. And I guess I save the wrenches too because they do come in handy since I take mine apart so much. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. That is really gorgeous. And I thought it looked very right, serpentine. Like, how fun is that? And I have the Amazonite one as well that has this material, and I love this material. It's super smooth and pretty, and I really love the bronze nibs. I got this one in a medium because my last one, I think I got in an extra fine, and it was just super scratchy. And so I wanted to do a medium, and yeah, it's just, a basic TWSBI. I have other videos where I go further into depth with TWSBIs, but yeah, I'm gonna get this ready to go here. So I haven't done my currently inked yet for the month, but I know that my TWSBIs won't be in there because I kind of am doing something a little bit different for the month of July. But this is one of my inks, and this one is a lovely olive green, and I am looking for a green that goes with this and goes with the pen. So this is Graf Von. I just love that. Graf Von Faber-Castell. Olive green. So I want one that's darker than this one, but also that will look good with this one because it is such a lovely green. Such a lovely green. So I've got some greens here that we can swatch, and then I'm gonna, put them right here, and then I'm gonna save some room right here, and I'll show you when I get there. I'm gonna take a picture of the pen when it is inked up, and then I'm gonna put a picture here. So that will be really fun. Okay, so I do want to start with swatching some inks. Now, if you didn't watch my last Benu pen, this is my new Regalia, Endless Regalia paper notebook. I'm filling it with pens, and I'm gonna start cataloging all my pens, but I haven't had a chance to yet. So I'm just I'm playing around with how I want it to look, but I am using my Hokoro dip nib today to do the swatches because I want them to be kind of smaller, and I'm gonna use this blotter paper. This came from Grace at Wildly Imaginable. I cannot believe this. She just sent this to me just thinking of me. How sweet is she? And look at how beautiful this is. I'm blown away by this community, especially going through such a hard time right now. I just wanted to say this. Thank you, community, for all the kind words. I have gotten so many sweet cards and letters in the mail, and they just mean so much to me. So thank you, because you all just mean just a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. I just have never been surrounded so much by people who care. And yeah, so check out her channel if you have not checked out Grace. I just adore her. Her energy is so much fun. I cannot get enough of her videos. So just because this paper really needs blotter paper because it is a pain, but I love the way the ink looks on it. Okay, so my first one that I was thinking, because Serpentine, is Diamine Salamander. As you can see, if you can see the ink bottle, this bottle is, I love this ink, so I use it quite often, and it's often filled up in a pen. So I'm gonna swatch that, and I'm just gonna do little boxes today, I think, and just color them in like that. I know I do it all differently, but I just kind of want to see the colors. But this one's like a dark green with brown. So I thought that would be really pretty with the color of this. So I'm just kind of going with what works with this and with the pen. And I have just a few. I think I have 5 or 6 inks here. And then, yeah, because I have plans for the month of July. I want to do some more art with my pens, but I really have narrowed it down, and I'm really proud of myself for it. I've kind of come up with a solution that works really well for me, and that is using 10 or 11 inks, regular inks, and then having my TWSBIs filled, because TWSBIs don't dry out and I can have ink in them for more than a month. But my other pens, where they have the converters, they do dry out. So, all right, the next one is Birmingham Pen Co. Chlorophyll. And this is another really cool green ink. I think it's really similar to Salamander. But depending on the paper, it looks a little bit different. And I am going to actually write out Birmingham. Usually I don't. And then I'm just going to say PC, because I usually just do BPC. And this is Chlorophyll. This was actually one of my first bottles from them. I know it was in my first order to BPC. So, and I have gone through phases with their inks. I went through a phase where I was really frustrated with my inks, but I think it was just the way that I was using them, and they all looked the same, and I think it's because I was mixing them or something. I don't know what happened, but I take back whatever I said about my Birmingham pen inks, because I really like them, and I have another one coming to me. So yeah, the next one here that I am looking at is Sailor Shikiori Tokiwamatsu. So that is this one. I don't know if I've inked this up in a pen. I've had it for a couple months, but I think I was just trying to figure out green inks that I really liked. And I think this one was a little darker than what I wanted. Maybe, I don't remember. But if you can see a theme here, I am trying to find one that's very earthy, darker in tone than that. They're all pretty similar, I think. And I was thinking about that. All right, so let's see, what were my other two? My other 3. Let me see here. Okay, I had to count. I have a few more. So this is Monteverde's Monteverde Green, which I'm a bit hesitant on just because I don't know with a medium nib if it will bleed on my Leuchtturm paper, but it works really well on this paper. So yeah, This is Monteverde green. And this one is just a little bit more, I don't know, saturated than some of these other ones. Like you can see as chlorophyll. Chlorophyll's such a cool color, and so is salamander. As they dry, they're such different colors, especially on this paper. I think it's really, really cool. Now I only have a little bit left of this one, and this is my Jane Austen green. And this one I thought maybe would be a good one too. And then I'm using up this sample. But I don't know if I will be able to find this. I haven't seen this Diatramentis Jane Austen green anywhere, and I don't know if it's one that Diatramentis has in another, like if it's a like rename of another color. But I do like this green quite a bit. It's one of those that I just think is so lovely. And I haven't used it enough. Well, I've used it, but I'm like hoarding. I have like less than a milliliter left. And I've been hoarding it, so I feel like I should use it up and be happy with it. The next one is Wearing Ghouls, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. This is a recent acquisition of mine because I saw that it is discontinued, so I wanted to make sure I got it because I really liked the swatches of it. I hadn't bought a sample or anything. I just went with it because I saw that it was getting discontinued. So, and I'm just gonna put TAO. However, I want to read the new book by Percival Everett. That's James. That's looking at this from a different perspective, because rereading Mark Twain is a little bit, whew. I know that they're classics, but whew, Mark Twain. That's what I'm going to say about that. Then I did get a little one of these, Lost in the Leaves by Ferris Wheel Press. Jana Lyon I had asked her, she had swatched this, but she didn't compare it to Dominant Industries Autumn Forest. And so she said to me that it's different, but that she prefers Autumn Forest because Lost in the Leaves has a redder shimmer rather than the pink of the Ferris Wheel Press one, or not the Dominant Industry, and it is a little bit more saturated. And I should compare those next to each other. Actually, maybe I'll just pull that out since I'm inking. Why not? But I thought, okay, well, they have these little 10 milliliter bottles now, and I was like, well, I already have Dominant Industry. Do I need it? No, but I did want to try it because I have been into green so much lately. And this is Ferris Wheel Press Lost in the Leaves. For not having that many greens a few months ago, I have beefed up my greens, and I'm very happy about it because I really love the greens. Okay, I'm doing this for you all, but gosh, if it would stay. But this is definitely a pinker color for shimmer, and I'll show you. This is not the one I want in the pen, I don't think. Maybe it is though. Maybe do I want a shimmer? I don't know. I thought it was too desaturated, but now that I'm looking at salamander and chlorophyll get pretty desaturated too. I think the Adventures of Tom Sawyer might be a little bit too light for what I am looking for, so I'm gonna just X that one out right away, just so you're aware. But there's Dominant Industry Autumn Forest. I don't know if I would get a huge bottle of Lost in the Leaves, but I was okay having like a 10 milliliter bottle. So, because it is a little different than Autumn Forest. But I do love Autumn Forest quite a bit. I know it can be a fountain pen community darling, and I know a lot of people love this ink, and I am one of them. And I just think it's such an interesting color. The green is so gray. And yeah, and then the last one I wanted to do was the Ferris Wheel Pressed Emerald Gardens. And I can't remember if this is going to be too saturated for what I'm going for, but I loved this one. And I think I put it in a pen, but I didn't put much in a pen. And it's got this just lovely shimmer. I definitely think once I'm done with this sample, I want a bottle of it. Look. It's one that, you know, I feel like I'll probably get a bottle of it before I'm done with the sample, knowing myself. But I thought, you know, I have mixed issues with TWSBIs and shimmer inks, so I thought I'd try one again, or would be okay with trying one again. But I don't know, at the same time, I think one of my 10 or 11 inks this month is, what do you call it, is shimmer, if even that. I don't know if any of them are. I can't remember. I'll have to look if I went with any shimmer. So maybe having a shimmer would be good in my TWSBI. But yeah, I think Emerald Gardens is too saturated. So I'm going to let these dry so I can compare them next to the olive green, and I will be back. Okay, so I wanted to show Autumn Forest next to Lost in the Leaves. And I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but Dominant Industries is much of a grayer green than Lost in the Leaves is. And the shimmer is definitely different. This one is a pink shimmer, and this one is more of your bronzy rose gold, which is interesting. So now looking at these, I'm already feeling like any of them would look nice in the pen, except maybe Emerald Gardens, like matching wise. I would still put it in the pen because I don't always match mine, but I have been lately, so I can't say I don't always. But Salamander, Autumn Forest, Chlorophyll, and Jane Austen, I think, are the best matches out of all of them, and maybe The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. But now I'm going to look at them with the olive green because I think I picked some good ones. Salamander almost looks like it could be, I'm going to fold this. This is one of these cute little, I got this from Nico Neko, the shop. And these are these cute little note cards that I just absolutely adore, just in case you're wondering, because I think, and they have such wonderful paper. I don't know what this paper is, but if somebody knows what this paper is, and if I can buy a whole notebook of just this paper, I want it. So, see, that might look okay. Chlorophyll is too blue. Like, looking at it, it goes down green and then dries blue. It's such an interesting ink, but it looks really gray on here too. So I think I'm going to skip that one. So that one's out. I think this one is too saturated to really go well with this. What's interesting is I do like how Monteverde green looks, even though it's more teal. Jane Austen is great. These two are almost the same tone and shade. You know, interesting enough, I'm between Lost in the Leaves, Autumn Forest, and Salamander. Do I want a shimmer or do I want to just go? I think I'm going to go with Salamander, which is funny because I could have just, you know, skipped all this, but it's nice to see what other ink options I have, and I like sharing that with everyone else too. So I do think that Salamander was the right choice, although, man, I am really feeling these, and I just, you know what? Let's do it. let's do it. Let's ink it up with this Lost in the Leaves. I'm scared to do it because it's a shimmer, but I did just get this ink and I should try it out. So try it out in a pen, see how it handles it. It's always nice to see how Ferris wheel press shimmers handle pens, because some of them are really good, but then there's some that are super dry, like super dry. So, but I haven't had that problem lately, and so I think I'm just gonna fill this, like, yeah, you can't tell, but if I were to twist this pen up, there is not that much, but I do want to get rid of all those bubbles. There's a lot of bubbles because I shook the ink to get the shimmer. Yeah, and there's lots of shimmer in there. So, because what will happen is my TWSBI will burp and make a giant mess. And I don't want that. So, and then I'm gonna go, here's my paper towel. Well, this is actually my fabric towel, but it's gotten really ugly really fast. Lots of staining, but that's the point. Okay, now, maybe, oh no, there we go. Yeah, and then I can put it right here. Oh, that's wonderful next to that. It almost, I could almost blend it into that. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. See, it does look different on another paper. I really want to know what this paper is. I tried to figure it out, but yeah, could not figure it out. I love it. I love that paper. There's something about it. I love papers that kind of have this, like, it has this weird like texture. So when you write on the pen, like write on it with a fountain pen, it's almost like a gritty feedback. That's the same thing with the light trim paper, which is why I like it so much. I can't explain it. And that's the same thing with this. It's got this like almost gritty feel. I don't know. Or cushiony. Is that how I want to explain it? Sure. Okay. So here we go. I don't know if any of you have ever seen these, the Canon Ivy mini prints, but they make me so happy. And I took a picture of my new TWSBI, and I am going to print this out right now and show you. I have the app up. I might just discard that and then go with that. Yeah. Okay. And then print it. Watch this. Makes me so happy. It's so much fun. Real-time printing. But yeah, I've had this for a little bit. I bought it to print my, I don't know what you call it, goodness gracious, my book covers for my reading journal. And I've actually really enjoyed having it. And I've found that I use it for a lot more than just that, especially with journaling and everything. So it doesn't always print the most quality of things, but it's a sticker and it comes right out very fast. And I have a little case that I take this with me. I took this with me to San Diego, and yeah, it's just a little fun thing. It's one of those things that I didn't think I would use as often, but I got it, you know, I got it with gift money and I really do enjoy it. So there we go. And look at that. My new TWSBI. Aha! Sorry. This is how I get like excited about these things, but the battery doesn't last very long. So I shut that off, throw that phone away. Well, not away, but okay. So now hopefully, oh, I'm gonna have to cut that down. And where are my scissors? Okay, let's see here. Pause. Okay, so I didn't find scissors, but I did find this. And I think if I trim up the top, I love this mini thing too. I like things that are miniature size things. I really like them. They make me happy. I think it's because, you know, we are meant to like small things because small things are cute, like babies. Okay, yes, there we go. All right, so now we can put it here. I don't know why I just talked like that. I will randomly make noises and randomly make different voices and everything. It drives my kids nuts, drives my husband nuts, you know. We're just living our best life here. And look at that. There we go. That's so much fun. And I'm going to put this. This is the TWSBI Eco. And there's that medium nib. TWSBI medium nibs. They're my soul, my love, my heart. They have every all my heart. And this is Serpentine Bronze. And it is writing lovely and pretty. And it is first inked with Ferris wheel press. Lost in the Leaves. A dark green with shimmer. It is handling the shimmer lovely. I'm wondering if the shimmer's, oh, and the shimmer, okay, I just gonna show you, the shimmer is showing up. Does it show up on camera? I don't know if you can see it, but it is beautiful. Oh no. So this is a little, like, I think, do they call these chargers? I don't know what they call these little tiny bottles, but I really like that they do this because, you know, it's like it's like J. Bond does this too, and it's quite like 10 milliliters is quite a bit of ink, but I really like this. And if I end up using that really fast, I will probably get a full large size bottle. But I think they're only 20 milliliters, so it's not even like you're getting that much more ink. And maybe by then I'll like a different ink, but that is really pretty, especially in that Serpentine Bronze, because it's almost like, why didn't I think of this before? But it's almost like you're getting the shimmer, like a bronzy, red, rose goldy shimmer with the green. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think of that until just now. But I will probably, I don't know what I'm going to do for my writing here, because on my last one, I did the description of the Banu Euphoria, and you know, it is beautiful. And so I'm just got to think about what I want to do for here. But I definitely know that I want to do a doodle right now of, you know, a snake, because serpentine. So we're going to get a little snake going on here. So you can just really feel like you're on the page with a snake. I really like him. Look at him, he's so cute. Yeah. I used to hate any kind of reptile, and thanks to my son, I have been quite mistaken about my dislike for the creepy, crawly snakes and whatnot. So, I might give him some cool, like almost dragon-like scales too. Why not? Yeah. And his nose, and he can have a slithering little tongue. And there we go. There is my new pen. I'm very excited. And I am going to be doing, so if anybody's wondering, I am going to be doing a currently inked with my TWSBIs, since they are kind of like my grab and go everyday carry pen. I always have them inked with something, because they do, like, I can literally have one inked for months and nothing goes wrong with it. I feel like they're just the nice, they're like the nice, like, I want to fill this with ink and leave it and enjoy the ink for longer than, you know, my monthly currently inked. That's what I do with my TWSBIs. So there is that. And I'm very excited about having another bronze. I think between the rose gold and the bronze and the black, the bronze is my favorite. There's something about that bronzy look that is just so elegant. I love the espresso bronze. And let me see, I think I have them right here. I think I have both my espresso and my, I do have my cafe. Like, it looks really nice next to that. Look at that. I don't have my espresso bronze inked right now. I thought I did, but I must not. So there's that, because I have them all in there and the espresso bronze is not in there. Unless, because I had a Diamine Forever, did I put it in this one? I did, because I want to see them next to each other. They're just so much fun. I have the blue, I have the like blue bronze too, but I don't think that it really goes with these. There. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's very beautiful. I love it. All right. Well, that is it for this video today. I hope you enjoyed my new pen day, and I will be coming at you with my currently inked very soon. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe, all the links in the description, you know, the same normal stuff. All right. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.